Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel Tarot Z. I am Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages that come through the cards that come out in this reading for you. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what comes through and what cards come out. So the first card that we have is the Five of Swords. We have air sign energy, could be deemed by Gemini, Libra, or even Aquarius. We have the Queen of Swords. And we have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. So this Ace of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like an opportunity. I do also feel that this is a new opportunity being presented to you. So I do feel like this feels like being in a situation where there is a sense of newness to the situation. And I do feel that with this Ace of Cups showing up here, this feels like an offer of love of some sort. I do feel like emotionally, this is a connection that is also very deeply rooted in the emotions. And I feel that with the Ace of Cups, this also feels like a connection where the connection, especially on an emotional level, is something mutually felt. So I do feel like this is reciprocated emotions. But with this Five of Swords showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of change. And I do feel like it is change that's happening as a result of something that's happened that has really thrown things off balance. I do feel like with this Five of Swords showing up over here, this does feel like a little bit of some game playing from someone. And I do feel that when it comes to the way in which it's really making things feel is thrown off. It feels like things are being off balance. But with this Five of Swords, this does feel like either somebody trying to play emotional games or trying to manipulate the situation. And I do feel that this is also something that's beginning to cause some kind of tension. I do feel like with this Five of Swords, this does feel like an energy of conflict, especially conflict as far as on the mental plane of things. I do feel like with this Five of Swords, this does feel like the relationship taking a turn in some way and experiencing some changes because of it. With this with this Queen of Swords, this does feel like an energy of being in a space where it's like, I do feel that with this is an energy of being in a position where there is a stand that's being taken for your sovereignty about what you want. And I do feel like with this Queen of Swords, this is an energy about being able to really stand up for oneself and what you're going to tolerate and what you're not going to. I do feel like with this Queen of Swords, this energy is one of being in a position where it's like you're very adamant about what you want. And I do feel like with this Queen of Swords, this also is something that is coming as a result of wisdom acquired from past experiences. And I do feel like being able to have more clarity with someone, and I do feel like that's something being brought into the situation. So I do feel like communication is also something on the horizon here, especially for being able to clear up where you stand with someone. Also when it comes to what is going to be accepted as far as the boundaries in a situation with someone, and being able to really either teach somebody that or be able to actually get to know more about that from somebody else. With this Ace of Wands showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of really being in a space where there is, it feels like in a sense of not taking action. I do feel like it could be a missed opportunity as far as being able to take action, or there could be a delay over here. So I do feel like with this Ace of Wands showing up in the reverse, this does feel like things kind of not getting off the ground initially. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Hermit. And we have the Three of Wands. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Death card. So we have some Scorpio energy with the Death card, and we also have some Virgo energy with the Hermit. You could also be dealing with those signs. But with the Death card showing up over here, this is a little bit of an intense energy. I do feel like when it comes to the emotional connection here, it is one that goes quite deep. I do also feel like there is also a sense of intensity within the recognition of that connection. I do feel like it is quite a strong one, and it is strongly felt. But with this Death card, this does feel like the ending of something. I do feel like being able to experience things moving in a new direction, things taking a turn as well as far as your relationship. And do you feel like with this Death card though, there is a sense of not being able to continue in a certain way when it comes to the way things are being handled in a situation. So I do feel like there is some change on the horizon for this connection. And I do feel like with this Death card, this still feels like a very deeply committed energy as far as having a sense of being attached to the situation. I do feel like it is one that's tough to walk away from, and I do feel like being able to move forward is going to require working on it, and I do feel like there's an energy of willingness to be able to do that. But with this Queen of Wands showing up over here, this is a very attractive energy. I also feel that with this card showing up over here, the person you are dealing with is quite attracted to you. I also feel that they're attracted to your energy, and I do feel like even as far as who you are as a person, but as well as your appearance, this does feel like a very desiring and even attracted energy. And I feel that this is how they feel about you. But with that Five of Swords, this person may be somebody who tries to manipulate the situation. Either it's coming from a place of fear, or they are trying to have control. And I also get that with this Death card, there is a desire to have and hold on to some form of control when things are really unfolding. And I do feel like it is something that's a little bit to this person's detriment, because I do feel like with this Queen of Wands showing up over here, there's a lot of attraction this person feels for you. I do also feel like there is a lot of admiration as well. But I do feel like with that Five of Swords, this feels like an energy of not being able to connect intellectually, and I feel that it is happening because of the way in which someone is showing up. This person is showing up in a way that almost looks like they are trying to either manipulate or influence the emotional state, or they are trying to really manipulate the interactions and your communication, and even just your ability to engage in this connection with this person. Feel that there is a sense of wanting to hold on to some kind of control. But the Hermit card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of isolation. I do feel that with this Hermit card, this also feels like an energy of knowing what you want and being able to actually take time to do the soul searching to figure that out. With this Queen of Swords showing up over here, this feels like an energy of knowing what you want and being able to really take a stand for that. And I do feel like there's a lot of clarity around what you're looking for, what you want. And I do feel that with this Hermit card, there's also an energy of not being afraid to kind of walk away, or to be alone if push comes to shove, where it's like you're not getting exactly what you're looking for. And I do feel like with this Hermit card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of really also prioritizing yourself, prioritizing your self-care and even your well-being. So I do feel like when it comes to a connection, there's nothing getting you down is what I'm getting with this Hermit card showing up over here. But I do feel like with this Hermit card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being in a space where you could be coming across a little bit detached to this person. And I do feel like that could be something that's also influencing this person's action towards you. With the Three of Wands showing up over here, I do feel like this is an energy of really being in a space where it's like you're waiting on something. I do feel like this person is in a space where they do feel like there is the potential to have something long term. They do seek growth and expansion in your connection with you. And I do feel like with this Three of Wands, this is a hopeful energy. But I also feel that with this Three of Wands, there's a sense of being in a position of really waiting on being able to see that. So I do feel like there's a lot of hope this person holds when it comes to the unfolding of your connection. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have it is safe for you to love. We have getting to know each other. And we have flirt. So with this, it is safe for you to love card showing up over here. I do feel like this person seeks some kind of reassurance, or there could be some anxiety over here, especially influencing the way they are acting or they are moving. But with this, it is safe for you to love card. This does feel like a lot of reassurance that this connection can be is one that they can open up in with you. But I do feel like this person may be somebody who's influenced or affected by their past, or some kind of a fear that's holding them. But with this is really about being able to open up and be able to open up for a more authentic space and connect from that level. So I do feel like this person is like they are showing up in a way where it's like their heart is closed. But I do feel that this connection is one with a lot of potential. So with this, it is safe for you to love card. It's like this person's coming around to that idea. And I do feel that there is a sense of even perhaps seeing you and seeing this connection as one that is out of their league to some extent. It's like they're putting you on a pedestal. And I do feel like it is something that's also intimidating for them. But with this getting to know each other card showing up over here, I do feel like there's communication with this Queen of Swords. But it is a very clear communication. I do feel like that is something that is on the horizon. It's also something that's mandatory in this connection. I do feel like as far as knowing where each other stand, it's almost like there's a little bit of a block with this Hermit card and this Five of Swords. So I do feel like with this getting to know each other card, being able to have communication does lead to the strengthening or the deepening of a bond between the two of you and getting to know each other. I do feel like this also feels like there is an initial stage. So this Ace of Cups does feel like a beginning, a fresh start, or even being in the initial stages. So I do feel like being able to connect in the beginning, there's a strong start. So I feel like there may have been a strong start in this connection. But I do feel like really being able to take the time out to really communicate, especially where you stand, and even just as far as how you see things from either's perspective is also a way of really deepening this connection that's necessary. Because with that Hermit card, I do feel like there is a sense of also experiencing a feeling that feels like being left in the dark, or especially when it comes to knowing where someone stands, what someone wants. But I do feel that with this Flirt card showing up over here, this also feels like an energy of being able to really warm up to a connection and being able to actually have a start that is being being started. I do feel like with that Ace of Wands showing up in the reverse, it feels like either it's not a missed opportunity, but it does feel like a delayed start within this connection. Do you feel like with this Three of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to get the ships coming back to the harvest coming in. I do feel like with this Flirt card, this also feels like an energy of being able to get to know each other, and I do feel like it's a more light-hearted energy, and I do feel like it's leading to an opening of someone's heart, and I do feel like opening up to this connection. There is some kind of a turn that's happening here with this Death card showing up over here. I do feel like this waiting period with this Three of Wands is also coming to an end. I also feel like the deepening of this connection is also something that is happening here with this Rebirth card showing up here too. So those are the messages I'm getting for you, Sagittarius, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Sagittarius.